truth. Hello? Click OK. Girl, Dawn, it's saying live. I did all the necessarily, and I'm not seeing anything. Let me show you. Ooh, you got to take care of those things.
Yes.
But then you're saying it's a after live, press OK. There's
Oh,
after.
after you're finished.
Okay, I was able to put in the
Can you hear you now?
the message. I don't put in
I
enter
see.
studio, and it's on Facebook and thing. And saying record. Let me see. Let me see. Upgrade unlock automatic recording. Please upgrade your. It's talking about unlocking an upgrade plan.
I see.
Right there, they saying
That's
someone is trying to log in. Huh?
the camera's not on.
Yeah, but we're putting on the. I put on the camera.
It's supposed to be on the bottom.
Right. Look.
Tap the screen.
Huh?
Is it on?
Let me see. It says something. Let me see. Yeah, camera is on. Let me see. That I just okay. It's on now. Okay.
Okay.
So I can start recording now, right?
You've been recording. They've probably seen all of that.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay, this is ASM Live. You know, it's my first time doing a double screening on YouTube. Welcome. Today's my first day doing a live on my YouTube. So we are on track. Let me see if I could. Okay, so today my topic is, we're talking about fasting and praying, a very powerful, very, 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 very YouTube. If my Facebook friends would tell you, you gotta excuse me. I like to take my beverages. I love my beverages, and I just came off the road. I just came off the road and running here to do this live for you. So I'm talking about fasting and prayer. If it's your first time watching me on YouTube or even Facebook, my name is Avenel Jones. I'm a Guyanese born, and this was launched out of my 33 years coming to America. And I just decided, you know what, I'm going to start my own live show. So I do it in my own diet. I do it in my own way. I'm not here to condescend anybody. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm just here to bring the word of God in a talk show kind of form. I'm no preacher. I'm no pastor, but I am on the man of God that has released the blessings of God upon me to come before you and do my live. Every Monday it's here at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So, good afternoon, Guyana, and good afternoon to my African friends. I attend an African church. Alaju is very popular, Mountain of Fire Miracles Ministry. The GO is Daniel Ukaya. I had the privilege of meeting him in 2018. It was a birthday gift. So, so I made the talk, and I bring the word of God from um, Esther, Esther 4, but one of the highlights that I have a couple scripture, a couple verses that was, but one of the highlights And it says in Esther 4:16 it says go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shunam and fast ye for me and either eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also, my maidens, will fast likewise. And so I will go unto the king, which is according to the law. And if I perish, I perished. So Esther saved the whole nation. She was the niece of Mordecai. And Amon and all that was plotting against these Jews. And Esther said, you know what? If I perish, I perish. And she fasted for 3 days. Now, fasting is a very, very powerful thing. It's also very dangerous. Anything over 3 days, like how Esther, got recognition and covering from her uncle Mordecai, you know, in these days now, anything over 3 days, you must get the blessing and the covering of a pastor. And most times it's your pastor. Fasting is like I have it here according to the thing. Fasting is so powerful that according to the Bible, some can become demon possessed by fasting and praying. Also, some demons can only be cast out through fasting and pray. It's a very, very powerful tool and very essential in these days. I met this pastor in my previous church that he was the assistant pastor. He used to say in the last days, we don't really need to fast. I don't think that is true. But I honor the man of God and whatever, that's it's not necessary that we fast because when God comes, no, it's essential in these days. One major rule about fasting is that it must be done in secret. That's another thing too. A lot of people, when they're fasting, um, let me anoint myself. I'm new to YouTube doing live, and this is what I'm accustomed to, and I always anoint myself before I come before my audience. It's a worldwide audience. I have a lot of people in Africa watching me, France, all over the world, in my country, in the Caribbean. Um, a lot of people watches me. So, and like we said, anything over 3 days must be overseen by a pastor. When fasting, and one other major secret that is essential to fasting is that you sow a seed. And if you know about numbers, it's a threefold cord. It cannot easily be broken. When you fast and you pray, and when you're fasting, you have to pray. Now, fasting is also, let me see, I probably have it here. And when fasting is and sowing a seed is now in your own understanding, it's not only money. Fasting, if you're a member of a church or part of a church, it's good. If you don't have money, you can go there and say, you know what, let me clean the church for this week. Let me help participate in that. You can do something. Some people go to a nursing home, and some people go to a nursing home, and they would help around, do something that you could do that they would allow you to do. And fasting is not only restraining from food or water, but pledgeable things must not be done. Like if you're married, you should let your partner know. So if that partner wants to engage in sexual thing at that moment, you're supposed to let them know, well, I'm fasting and I'm praying. And I would suggest that most times when it is beyond 3 days. And a lot of times, like I said, fasting must be done in secret a lot. A lot of times with dismay, um, hey man, I can't talk right now, I fasting. And like they're looking for a recognition, they're looking at she fasting because people know it's a very powerful thing. It must be done in a lot of secret and thing. Um, the church that I go to, and a lot of times churches do it. So that curriculum, we know we fasting. So that's okay. But I'm talking when you're doing a personal fasting at home or what have you, let it be done in a lot of secret. Fasting is also a vow. Try your best not to break that vow. Whatever you tell the Lord that you're going to do between the hours of you fasting, there's different hours people fast. Some people fast from 6 to 12 noon. That's okay. Some people have medical problems, they're diabetic or whatever. They really can't restrain from food for so long. And they will do from 6 to 12 in the day. Sometimes to make it look like your skin is feeling something. Some people do it for 7 days, 6 to 12 in the day. That's fine. I like to do mine from 6 to 6 in the afternoon. Especially like in the summertime. Most times I will tell the Lord, listen, in this fasting, I'm gonna drink some water. But it shouldn't be like a whole big cup of water to full it. It's just like something like to refresh you, just to freshen up your mouth and stuff like that. And when you're fasting too, like if I fast on Wednesday and I start till 6 a.m. to 6 a.m., that Tuesday night I take my bath. And during that morning time, I'm not gonna take my bath because I need the strength. When you bathe, it usually makes you get hungry. So you take your bath from that Tuesday night. You know your body works. You take it from late in the night. During that thing, you go out till 6 in the evening, and you could take your bath if you so long desire. If you have to go to the streets or what have you. And like I said, with fasting, um, you don't have to be under bondage about it. Um, some people do differently. At times, I do differently. At times, I said, no, I'm not going to even take any phone calls. At times, I tell the Lord, listen, I'm expecting a phone call from my doctor. I'm expecting my phone call from some important person from my job or what have you. So I'm going to take that call. But like talking to my girlfriend, at times I would restrain, like, listen, I'm fasting tomorrow. Let me call you. Or if you really got to talk to me, you send me a text or what have you. My children knows it too. I will let my mommy's fasting and praying. Like last week, I didn't tell my younger daughter. She texted mommy, I feel like cooking curry chicken. I say, hey, lady, I'm fasting. She said, ooh, I'm sorry. But I can also bear my chief. A lot of people don't know, can't fast. They can't do it. I know how to, if I really want to fast, I know how to bear my pain. 3 day fasting. My churches have it sometimes most every 2 months, every 3 months. We have 3 day fasting, praying and deliverance services. And where you go me up and down. Trust me, when I come home that night, I would drink some hot tea with no milk. Like I come home the first night, I say it starts sometime Wednesday or Thursday. We can't eat nothing. But I know me, I would come home and I would drink some tea tonight. Um, I would do the Thursday night, the Friday, the Saturday, most times, especially according to the time of the year, the summertime, I wouldn't take no tea when I come that Saturday night because I'm going early the Saturday morning. I was going to around the like around 2, 3 in the afternoon. So I know me, I can bear like I said, I can bear my shift. So I wouldn't come in that Friday and eat, drink something. Then sometimes I'll be like, Lord, I really can't take it no more. I'm feeling a little hungry. And I would drink some hot tea, get up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, say a little prayer, wake up 8 o'clock in the morning, call my Uber cab, and I'm out of here. And I've been doing that for the last 8 years. That's when I'm doing a 3 day fasting and praying. And trust me, if somebody call me, I wouldn't take their call or I was girl, I can't talk to you. I fasted. No. There's no benefit in that. There's no benefit in that. But like she said, if I perish because 3 day fasting is a serious thing. And I remember within my Christian walk, I did it like about 2 times, not 2 or 3 times. And I'm talking about absolute nothing in my in my atom of my being. I remember one time I had to go and pick up the children from school because it was young. I'm doing a 3 day fasting and praying, and I braced up on the school thing, and that's I was weak, and the man said, "You okay?" I said, I had to tell the man. I said, I'm good. I'm fasting, and I'm going 3 days, and I said I'm light-headed. The man said, "Man, stop doing it to yourself." I said, "No, I'm gonna bear it up." When I reach home, I bear it up. I take the kids in. I said, "Look, I'll look into the fridge." Cause it was young, probably like 8, 9, 10, or even younger than that. And I really pulled through that fast. I was believing God for something, and I got the blessings. And like I said, sowing a seed. Most times, every time I would sow monetary seed. Um, and I personally don't believe your tithe or your regular offering is sowing a seed. You sow something besides that, according to your means. Even if it's $1, it's not how much you sow. Even if it's $1. Like I'm in a fasting and praying currently right now. I won't tell you the day of the week. I won't tell you the purpose for it, I, and all that, because like I said, it must be done in secret. And I decided to well, you know what? I want this. I really want to see this manifestation. Something I'm believing God for. And I said I really want to see the power of God. I really want to stand still and see God's salvation. And I saw the seed. And the ministry that I go to is a worldwide ministry, and I connect on the internet, and I sort into the main office, the head office in Nigeria, and I saw there because I told the Lord that the angels that guard that particular headquarter and the GO, I want them kind of angels fight me. I need strong angels, right? I don't need no weak nothing. So I had to sow there, and and trust me, it's not the first time I did it, and I've seen God work miraculously. Look, I visited Europe. I was in France last year, and when I came back, I had a 20 euro dollar. Say to him, I'm doing a fast and I'm praying and what have you. And I had it, and I said to myself, when am I gonna be able to use this again? Or I could find one of them places where transferring thing. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna sow this in church. So I put the 20 euro, and then I put some US dollars together. I said, then my turn and said, who sent this out? Who put this inside the envelope? But I haven't heard nothing, and trust me, God has answered my prayers when I did that. There's some things I do, and God really does come true for me. You know, it's a one day. It's now 4:20 in the afternoon in America. Let me see what is the weather. Okay, the weather in this part of New York that I reside in, it's rainy, 100% rain. It's 38 degrees, and the high will be 53. And it's not cold out there at all. The humidity is 92%, and it feels like 45. Trust me, I've been blowing up in here because the heat in my house is wonderful. And in Esther 4, no, Esther 5, verse 8 says, if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet, and I shall prepare for them, and I will be tomorrow as the king has said. You see, and um when then she became Queen Esther, she was a young girl, and he was a king. He was married already, and old Vashti lost the kingdom, and this woman was able to, save the Jewish people in that hour, and in this situation. And that's why they honor Purim so much. And I worked with Jews, and you know I worked with a Jewish company, and I work with a lot of Jews, and little that you know, I am a Jew too. It's just about 5 years ago, um, we found out that my grandmother was actually a Jewish woman, so I am a Jew. So God bless. So fasting is essential. It's wonderful, and always remember to sow your seed. And another main ingredient I want to put in here, fasting is only beneficial to individuals that are living in obedience to God. I'm not saying perfect, none of us are perfect. Being living in obedience to God, fasting is very powerful and also dangerous if being done in disobedience. That is why I personally believe that Muslims, when they fast and pray, and they become so monstrous in heart because they're out to Christ anyway. They're serving the wrong God in the wrong way, and stuff like that. And they can go and they will do their fasting and their praying, and no condemnation, no condescension, but that's in disobedience, in my opinion. And excuse me, you know, when I drink, I have to let go. And that is why individuals become possessed by fasting. You gotta be possessed to look at a building and say, we're gonna do a suicidal bombing on that building. You gotta be possessed. There ain't no God in none of that. That you can look at a building. Look how they blow up that building on World Trade Center. Trust me. Trust me, maybe a month before them, they were fasting and they were praying. And they were feeling, well, oh, they can get a reward after they kill or what have you. But God in that. Even though God is a man of war, but righteous war in conducting in the correct way. And sometimes war don't always mean God will kill somebody. Mm-mm. He is a man of war, the Bible said. God is a man of war. You don't want war with God at all. If God be for you, who could be against you? But if God against you, who could be for you? You understand? And here it says in chapter 5, verse 3. And it says, it then said the king unto her, what wilt thou, Queen Esther? And what is thy request? It shall be given to thee to the whole half of the kingdom. He gave her the whole half of the kingdom. She was a favorite girl, Queen Esther. She was a favorite girl. Now it's 4:25 in New York City. How are you guys doing? Um, you know, for the last month, exactly a month, I met a wonderful young man by the name of Ghetto Smaller. And I know he's facing a little trying time, even though he's back in doing the work of God. And if somebody that knows him is from the Ghetto family, and tell him his mom is reaching out to him, I want to have an interview with the man of God right here live on my YouTube channel. May God bless you all around New York. Remember, Jesus is Lord. Oh, yes. And He's the sweet Savior of my soul. I can testify that He's great and He's wonderful. And He's mighty. And He's awesome in all of His ways and all of His doing. God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you. You can listen to me every Monday at 4 p.m. New York City time, Eastern time. And I just come to your heart for like about 30 minutes. You know, I have different talks. It has to come from the Bible. I am a born again Christian. for over 20 years now. Yes, I was a young one, and God has been great and wonderful and marvelous in my life. And I have great testimonies to outpour as He leads me. Because, I learned in the Christian walk, not every success is to talk about. You know, not everything that is good is going on in your life is good to talk about, and not every bad thing is good to talk about. It can put a question on who God can really is. The devil can ask you, "Where is your God?" That's right. Um, there's a prayer we would say in Mountain of Fire. God, don't let my enemies ask, "Where is your God?" He can put you out like that. You know, he can put your voice under attack. You can be a high flyer and Satan will have you at the back. You can born with a bright star and Satan can dim it. All because sometimes, as I said, fasting must be done in secret a lot. But a lot of times churches will come together and they will fast and pray. Like a church I go to every summer, they do a 7-day fasting and praying, where the whole world will know that we're fasting and we're praying. That is okay. It's orchestrated by the GO. But I'm talking you do your own little personal prayer. Shut your mouth. Keep quiet. Talk to your Heavenly Father. And then He will reward you openly. A lot of things that I'm enjoying now is because of fasting and praying. And you can fast and pray about any little thing, even for a nice place to live, a decent area for you and your children to live, a comfortable area with all the essentials around you. When I first moved to where I'm living now, next month is gonna make 4 years I'm living, where I'm living now. And where I was living, it wasn't a laundromat close to where I'm at. I used to gotta take a Uber cab and go like 5, 6 blocks. It was very far to walk and go. And just like that, I think it was the year before the last, no? My daughter come to me, mommy, right down the block right there, there's a laundromat gonna open. And here, a laundromat is closed. I see they just open up some food place like Papa John. There's another deli. I said to myself, you know what? They need like a 99-cent store close. There's no 99-cent close where I'm at. They just recently opened up a hair salon. So it's now 4 o'clock. This show is also like I do shout outs, I do birthdays, I acknowledge that. I talk about culture too. I don't only talk about the Bible. I talk about culture. I will do advertisements for you. Good advertisement. You can't come and tell me to advertise a strip show. You can't tell me to come and advertise a boy that is airing a club. No, you can't bring those things to me. I'll do a barbecue outdoor, which is secular music. Yes, I've done those. I will do those type of things. You can't bring nothing to make my God say, what's your purpose here? I'm not broadcasting Avenel here, no. I'm broadcasting Jesus in my own dialect, in my own way, my own, I'm a down to earth girl. I get real at times. I cry at times. You know, I get personal at times. Well, now it's now 4:31. I took 1 minute of it. No, I think I started like 2 minutes late. Um, it's now 4:31, and till next week. God bless you. Continue to always cause His face to smile upon you. Um, receive the Lord Jesus Christ. Say the sinner's prayer. Reject the enemy and shun hell and receive heaven because it's real. It's real. God bless you and thank you, YouTube and FB. Good afternoon. I don't think I could see my regular people like Mama Chula. I think you're I think you're not in America. God bless you and God give you a safe trip back. Um Donnie, if you're watching this or whenever you got the time and you're watching this, like I told you the last time, you pick a flower. May the peace of God rest upon you. I will try to call you. God bless you.